Hey guys, Nostalgic Dan 1 again, and I'm here with part 2 of my recent pickups for April. Now, if you saw recent pickups 1, part 1, we got through these retro titles, so we're going to move on to these games over here. So, we got 4 handheld games. We got F-Zero Maximum Velocity on the Game Boy Advance for $2. And basically, this is just almost like a port of the Super Nintendo version of F-Zero, which that game is awesome. So this is basically just imagine the Super Nintendo version on your handheld Game Boy Advance. Plays well for $2. You can't go wrong. And next we got 3 Game Boy Color games. Now this first one I remember way back in the day. I rented this game from Blockbuster. It was back when I was a really little kid. I didn't have any systems. The only thing I had was my Game Boy. So I definitely remember playing this for sure. And it's a nostalgic factor, like a nostalgia factor here to get this game. And when I played it again, it just brought me back. But that is Game & Watch Gallery 2 for the Game Boy Color. Got this for $3, and basically it's a compilation of 5 classic Game & Watch games redone and upgraded visuals with all your favorite Mario characters. But it's also got the old retro versions for each Game & Watch, which is actually really awesome. So you could play the old version or the new updated version. So that's really cool. And next is a fantastic text adventure game. And that is Shadowgate Classic for $3. It's awesome. It's just like a text adventure. Like, you go through rooms and you have items, and you know one wrong turn here and you're dead. And it's text heavy because it's a text adventure game, but it's awesome. And I always recommended Terracia. You remember that for the DS, which it's kind of far away, but it's basically a good way to describe Terracia is if you like Shadowgate Classic or Shadowgate the series, imagine Shadowgate with really disturbing text, really descriptive text, really violent, really mature text, and really gruesome visuals. And that would be Terracia. So if you like Terracia, give Shadowgate any Shadowgate game. It's a popular series. It's got a couple games. So if you're a fan of Terracia, try out Shadowgate, the series. And if you love Shadowgate, try out Terracia for the DS. You'll love it. And next is, got it for really cheap, like $1.50. Gex Enter the Gecko. It's a side-scrolling platformer, and it's decent. You can't expect too much for it. I played it for a while and it was decent. Next is a PS1 game, and honestly it's been quite some time since I bought a PS1 game, but I got this for $2, and that is Namco Museum Volume 3. It's got 6 games on it. It's got Galaxian, Miss Pac-Man, Pole Position 2, Dig Dug, Bozon, and the Tower of Druaga. So if you like any of those games, I mean, if you're a fan of Namco, you should definitely have one of these compilation discs. There's all kinds of versions of this. For $2, you can't beat that. It's also from Lukey Games, who I mentioned before. And the cool thing about Lukey Games is all their like disc-based games, like PS1, PS2, like all those disc-based games, all their games are complete, meaning like you always get the manual and everything. They never accept games that like aren't complete, so that's awesome as a collector. And next, I picked up another Sega Dreamcast game, and that is ChuChu Rocket. I heard it's a pretty essential title to have, especially if you like puzzle games, which I do. It's made by Sonic Team, and this copy is actually brand new. I haven't played it yet, but I definitely want to try it out. And next we have 4 PS2 games. Now these are, well, 3 of these are from another website I discovered. It's called GoHastings.com, and they have, it's more for like modern games, but they have like all their games are complete as well. But they have pretty fantastic prices on some games, and then some other prices are just like, you know, to be expected, like a little bit of like overpricing on some, but they always have like promotional codes where, you know, buy 2 get 1 for $1, or, you know, save 20% on this game. So that's when this becomes awesome, because you get some of these games on sale already, and you add those promotions and you save even more money. So I would recommend Go Hastings if you want to find like newer games for cheap. I mean, being a collector, you just gotta shop around for the deals, which I do. I look on tons of websites. But I was able to pick up this game, which I've been wanting. It's also on the Nintendo Wii too, but that version is really rare and pretty expensive. The game's pretty expensive in general because it's hard to find. But on Go Hastings, they had it on clearance for $5, brand new, so I snagged it. That is Dokapon Kingdom for the PS2, published by Atlus. Can't go wrong with a brand new Atlus game for $5. And this is actually a party game. So like imagine like Mario Party, but like really over the top, really crazy. Which it'll probably be a while before I play this, because, you know, I need to get some friends to give it a shot. It's also developed by Sting, which Sting's pretty awesome. You know, they make pretty crazy games. So for $5, brand new on clearance, couldn't beat that. And next, this wasn't from Go Hastings, this was from somewhere else. I got it for $3, and that is, I never played any of the series, but it's Wild Arms 3 for the PS2. $3. I never played a Wild Arms game, so I'm really interested in trying this out. Like, I like the concept of it, that it's a Wild West RPG. Like, you don't see that every day. I mean, nowadays all the RPGs you see are like either fantasy or sci-fi. That's all you see, so it's nice to see something like a breath of fresh air, something original, like a Wild West RPG. And it's got this nice kind of like cel-shaded look to the characters, so I'm really excited to try this out. And next, this was from Go Hastings as well, for $6, and that is Ark the Lad, End of Darkness. And again, I've never played an Ark the Lad game, so, and I don't know, I've heard mixed things about this, but I figured I'd give it a shot for $6. And next is a game based off an anime, which the anime had a movie adaptation to it, which I love the movie. So I was able to get this for $4 off Go Hastings, and that is Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex for the PS2 by Bandai. And it's shiny because it's got like a foil cover to it. So foil cover. And basically it's like a third-person shooter. I haven't played this yet either. But like I said before, like, I don't know if you remember, but I said like Fragile Dreams has like a reversible cover. Well, it was weird to find out, but this had a reversible cover too. Like, I didn't know that. I don't know if that's something Bandai has been doing for a while, but I don't know if you can see that. It's got a reversible cover on the inside, so it's like a different cover. So that's really cool that Bandai does that. But I think this is a better side with the foil cover for sure. I'm pretty excited to try this out. For $4, you can't go wrong. And next is a GameCube game. And like the Nintendo 64, I don't show the GameCube that much love. I got a really small library. It's probably like, with this game, it's only like 8 games. But because I don't have a GameCube, I play them on the Wii. But I got this off Luki Games for $3. And it really interested me because it's an M-rated game published by Nintendo. So when I saw that, I was like, that's really weird. I can't recall that. There is another one, and it's also on the GameCube too, that's M-rated, published by Nintendo. I forgot the name of it. But this game is awesome. Geist for the GameCube. It's such an awesome shooter slash puzzle game. Now the reason I say it's a part puzzle game is because, you know, you play as a ghost for like all the game. So like you get to possess like anything as a ghost, like literally. You can possess like a paint can and make the paint can explode, like, or you can possess like, I don't know, like animals, like a dog, or, you know, rats. Like anything you can think of, you can possess it. Now the way it's like a puzzle game is you gotta possess certain things in a certain order to scare people, because you can't just possess people directly. You have to scare them before you can possess them. So you have to, it's a puzzle game because you have to try to figure out, okay, what do I need to do to scare this person so I can possess them and move on. And it's also a shooter because like once you possess them, you can get guns and stuff, and it's mainly played out like that as a FPS, but with nice hints of puzzle elements. It's really, really unique, really interesting. I'm loving the story so far. So it's a nice breath of fresh air for if you're looking for a really different FPS. That's definitely Geist. Give it a shot. And last, we have the most modern game out of the bunch. Just got this not too long ago, came a couple of days ago. I've been wanting it because I've heard so many good things about it. And that is for the Xbox 360, Tales of Vesperia by Bandai Namco. And I'm really, like, I saw gameplay footage. This game looks awesome. Like, I saw some of the environments and I was like blown away. I've seen like a lot of people have been doing game reviews on it, talking about it lately. So like I've always like wanted it, but like it's always been like at an awkward price. So I got it for $20 off Amazon, so that was a great price. And I'm really excited to try this out. Like, I've been wanting an RPG on my 360. Tales of Vesperia. So anyways, guys, that is my recent pickups for April. It was quite a bit. It was quite a lot. It was a great month for me. Just thank you for watching. And as always, subscribe. Later, guys.